Good morning. I am QUAN and this is I Have No Cut Cards Tarot. Today is Friday, December the 17th, 2021. If any of my reading spiritually benefits, resonates, or touches you in a way, and you feel inspired to donate, please do so through my Cash App or PayPal listed in the description link below. If anyone else contacts you with regard to a donation, please ignore it. It's fraud. Any other method. If donating is not an option and you would like to honor that universal law of reciprocation, I can't even say the word this morning. Reciprocation. Go ahead and hit that like button and send me back positive energy and be mutually blessed as I am. Okay, so with that, let's get started this morning. Please funnel through me clearly and directly for the intended collective, the energy and information needed, and protect it from outside influence and low vibrational entities that seek to confuse, distort the divine messages. Please allow the intended listener to extract what is needed to put them on their highest path for their highest good. Use my tongue to channel the right words to deliver as plain and simple as to be understood by a child with clarity, and provide insight and light to their guided path in this lifetime and possibly the next. Amen. Amen Ra. I say. It's a party. It is a party. All right, let's go. It is a party. Who just got out of jail? Let's go. Oh, okay. Fine. I feel a little bit of excitement. I feel anxious. I feel a little anxiety and anxious and excitement all at the same time. I don't know what this energy bubbling up inside of me. It's like I'm a little shaky, like something really good has happened or is about to happen. It's like, I don't know, like an energy when they came back with the innocent verdict for OJ. I don't know if that's the best example to use. Like, I feel an energy like standing in a courtroom waiting for the verdict to come back, you know, and the verdict is about to be released. That's the energy I'm feeling. It could be the energy of somebody. I don't know, it feels like the energy of somebody that is waiting for a verdict and they're really, really anxious. They're like at the tip of their seat, nervous. Just what I feel, that's all. Eyes are watching. Everybody's waiting to hear what's gonna happen next. Everybody's at the edge of their seat. Okay, well, let's just jump right in. So we start off with the Eight of Swords reversed. And then the World card, which could represent a cycle, okay. Somebody, perhaps, is no longer bound by something, and they ended a cycle. Somebody could have ended a cycle, okay. We got the Queen of Cups reversed, which could represent an energy of a water sign. It could be a man or a woman, does not matter, that might know how to manipulate emotions in a lower vibrational aspect, you know, narcissistic type of personality. Water signs are very intuitive, but they can also be very manipulative. Ace of Cups reverse, which is emotions being poured out, but this is in the reverse. Like something's drying up. Like somebody that usually knows how to navigate and wade in the water and move and manipulate water and emotions in a way to get the results that they want. People are used to knowing how to navigate and manipulate people's water and emotions, you know, to get the results that they want, is what I'm feeling. But now it's starting to dry up. I feel like it's drying up, and they're no longer able to maybe manipulate all of the emotions around them anymore. Why that narcissistic Queen of Cups card is here. And I feel like that is the truth. That's why we got the Ace of Swords sitting right here. This could be a Cancer with the Chariot card. It could represent control, because, you know, when you're in a chariot, you know, with the horse and everything, you have to control it with the ground, with the things, straps. Or it could represent someone that is traveling. Okay. Let's see, we got the Nine of Pentacles reverse to control. Control. Nine of Pentacles reverse has something to do with someone's wealth. Could have something to do with someone's bounty. Have something to do with somebody's something that somebody has grown and cultivated, storing up wealth from someone's hard work, possibly. Okay, controlling someone's wealth, with someone controlling somebody's wealth or financing, or using emotions to manipulate and control someone's finances, and they no longer have control. Are they losing? Is somebody losing their pentacles because the water and emotion they used to manipulate is drying up now? looks like somebody released a burden. Someone released a burden. Somebody released a burden here, and they've released a burden. Two of Cups reversed. The Two of Cups reversed. Someone is no longer offering their friendship, offering their energy, offering their love. This doesn't have to always be, you know, about a relationship, about a love relationship. It could be a relationship with a friend. It could be a relationship at work. It could be a relationship with family members. It can be a relationship, marriage, boyfriend, girlfriend, boyfriend, girlfriend, what have you. Someone with this Five of Cups here is in deep regret, and my eyes are drawn to this little stream of water. This little stream of water right here. You see this man is standing over, and he's looking at that water as it trickles away. That water's trickling away. That's why it's a tiny stream, because it's starting to dry up. It's drying up. That stream that was once watering this garden and producing pentacles for somebody is starting to dry up now. Okay? That's why they're in the Five of Pentacles, which represent, I'm sorry, the Five of Cups. They might only have 5 pentacles left. That's why they have the Five of Cups, which represents, cups represents emotion, because they carry, what, water? Okay? And all of them are empty. They got 2 here. But they are really, really hurt because they see it drying up. Something's drying up for somebody. I think somebody's finances might be drying up because they're losing their power to manipulate someone, or whatever was being manipulated. Could be collectively. Collectively, this could be something an institution might have been doing to a collective group of people, and they could be losing the ability to manipulate emotions, because we're in an Aquarian age of information where you cannot manipulate the masses anymore the way you used to. So money could be drying. It's just a double meaning there. It could be someone's pentacles are drying up because they no longer possess the power. They try to even control information now on YouTube. They try to control information over all social media. But it used to be easier before this information age really took off to control people and to manipulate emotions with fake news. But now it's too much information out there people have access to. So you can no longer control how people think and how they feel. So it's a lot of institutions that were in control at one time of this world order whose money is drying up. Their money is drying up. People are becoming unbound. We're at the end of a cycle. And they are really, really hurt about it. It's just a double meaning there. They're trying to come up with some type of new start. They want to start something new. They're trying to find another way to recoup these pentacles, to recoup living in the Nine of Pentacles, recoup their luxurious lifestyle of leisure, okay, that they were once in. They're trying to find a new avenue to take, because and a cycle has ended, and they finally are not in denial anymore that this cycle is over. The cycle's over. Storm is over now. This cycle's over, so they're looking at a new way of doing things so they can continue their lifestyle of leisure and relaxation to preserve their way of life. If this applies to a small collective, the institutions, the ruling class, or whether it applies to specific people out there that this reading may resonate with. This Knight of Cups reverse, flighty energy, manipulative, lying type energy here. They're trying to find another new start to, excuse me. They're trying to find another new start to continue what they've been doing, using trickery and using their lies through communication and their messages. They used to be able to have control over communication. I'm really feeling like this is more of having to do with institutions. That's what it's starting to feel like more and more to me. They're not getting it like they was before. They're not getting it like they used to. They're not getting it like they used to. It's coming in, but it's drying up. It is drying up. You can't manipulate people forever. Everything, Rome fell. Rome fell. All they kept doing is putting money into the military. Everybody kept joining the military, you know, while the poor kept getting poorer. But while the poor kept getting poorer and tired, the numbers of the poor kept growing. So eventually, you know, the poor are going to so far outnumber the small wealthy, they'll overthrow you. They're not happy with what they're getting anymore. The responses that they're getting now out from the collective, the feedback that they're getting, they're not able to manipulate through mass media and communication by trying to silence people's voices. Only a hit dog will holler. And the more you try to silence something, the more guilty you look. I remember when that movie came out, what was it? Angels and Demons? The one before that, the Da Vinci Code. Do y'all remember when the Da Vinci Code first came out? And oh my goodness, the church had a fit. The Roman Catholic Church had a fit about that movie coming out. And the movie was still coded. I mean, it didn't come out and it explain, you know, and lay out exactly what the symbolism was all the way, okay? Because now we know that the Christ is a consciousness. It's not one person, okay? It's not just like, it doesn't just represent a woman. It's a movement. It's a movement of a higher vibration amongst the humans in the whole planet. Christ consciousness is it's the same as becoming the Buddha. These are just titles. They're titles that you get when you are able to raise your consciousness to a higher state of being, where you're able to vibrate on a higher level. And then you start to exist on a higher plane. And as a result, your DNA starts changing. Everyone starts changing collectively together, 100 monkey effect. It's a consciousness that's spreading. The Christ is not one person. At one time, it was like a government operated secret investigation they were doing, because just like in the days of King Herod in the Bible, where they were, because they read the stars and they knew that there was a Christ child that was going to be born, okay? That was supposed to change humanity forever. They were talking about a vibration and consciousness that was going to be brought amongst the people, to teach them to vibrate, get rid of their old ways and vibrate on the vibration of love, a higher vibration. And they were trying to stop that, you know, according to that symbolic story in the Bible. Okay? So at one time, you know, those that study and have the money and the power and the time to study these types of things, they were looking for another Christ to be born. So they started watching communities, following African bloodlines, following East Indian bloodlines, following, they started following ancient bloodlines and tracing them to people here in America. Watching people chipping babies because they were worried about another Christ child being born, because they misread and misunderstood the information. It wasn't no one Christ child that they were worried, a Messiah. They were worried about a Messiah coming and being born, because they follow our astrology too. But it's not a Messiah that's coming, a Christ with a Christ awakening. It's a consciousness. It's a Christ consciousness that is flooding the planet. It's flooding the planet because we're balancing out over this masculine dominated energy. We're bringing the feminine energy back to balance it out. And when it balances out, by releasing those waters of Oshun back into the atmosphere, into the consciousness of everyone that was only thinking and functioning in one type of way, in masculine energy, now we can get these heart chakras back activated and raise consciousness collectively. That's what's going on. The Messiah that they were worried about was coming was a Christ. It was a Christ consciousness that was flooding in and coming in during this Piscean age over all of God's chosen, to help by vibrating at a higher vibration and help those around them. That's why we're isolated and spread out the way that we are. We're isolated and spread out right now the way that we are because what good does it do if you have a whole bunch of doctors and healers and seers that can help people of a high vibration, and you take all of them and you put them in one state, in one hospital, in one location? What they going to do, work and heal on each other? What they going to do, intellectually masturbate and go back and forth with each other about what they know and how smart they are, and just bounce back and forth off of people that already know? No, the reason you're isolated and the reason that you're spread out in different parts of the world and the United States is because you are needed in places where there are no light. That's why we're all not together in one place. People of a high vibration. You have to be spread out and sprinkled out amongst the population. And it feels like you're being attacked. A lot of the time you feel like you're being attacked, and you're wondering, why am I out here isolated all alone? You're out there isolated all alone because you are powerful and you are chosen. And you're put in that particular region and place that you're in to bring light to those that don't have any that are around you, simply off of your high-ass vibration by itself. A whole bunch of doctors and healers can't be in one place together, clumped up, trying to help each other. Help each other do what? We have to spread out. We have to spread out and bring light to those amongst us, like I said, that don't have it. And unfortunately, while you're bringing that light, a lot of us are being attacked as well. But the reason that you're here and you are who you are is because they knew that you could take it. They knew that you could handle it. You're powerful. You're a very powerful being. That's why you had such a hard life. That's why you went through all the trials that you went through and still came out alive, and are still going through them. You are made for this. That's why the narcissistic family that you were born into were not able to destroy you. You were like a rock. Because that was your purpose. That was your purpose. Why do you think it's usually one, usually not two, sometimes In every family, that is the black sheep that is different. You were born into that low vibrational family to bring light. And at some point you were isolated from them so you can go heal and build up your antibodies from all the attacking that they did, and build up your power and build up your spiritual immune system to every single type of attack that you have received, to be the strong ass tree that you are today. That's why we're here. These institutions of the ruling class that have been controlling the population, because, you know, most people are like sheep, and they do follow. That's why, you know, you need a couple of higher conscious people sprinkled amongst all the sheep, you know, to help guide the sheep. Okay? They're not bad people because they're sheep-minded. They're not bad people. They're just on that level of consciousness right now. That's all. You're supposed to shine your light and show them the way. Some of these people are running scared. They just trying to get the hell away because they don't know what to do. Some of them are still trying to come up with a new way to try to continue to remain on top and keep control using lies and trickery. But some of them are running away. Some of them are running scared because they tried to stop it, but they can't. The ones that realize they can't stop it, they're trying to hold on to what they have and go hide somewhere. They're trying to find somewhere on the planet that they can go. Some of them are just trying to get away with what they have. You know, she got some bags of gold, and she got some worldly goods that she wants to maintain up under this blanket that she got wrapped around her. And she trying to get off and get to where she going, whether she going to the Netherlands, Austria, wherever she trying to hurry up and get that boat on to, so she can live out the rest of her days in peace. She trying to escape. Some are staying and fighting because they still think they can pull the wool over the general population's eyes. They think they can still get a hold of this thing. It is a celebration. It is a party. It is a party because there is a shift going on right now. The shift is the onpour of the divine feminine energy that's pouring into the atmosphere to bring temperance and to balance out, to balance us out, to balance the planet out, to balance the energy out, to balance our bodies out energetically, spiritually. We're not balanced spiritually because of the lack of the balance of the feminine and the masculine. Some of these people decided to stay and fight. Should we go into hiding? Should we go into hiding? Or should we continue to devise another plan to see if we can continue to stay in power? I mean, we're working on technology, but these beings out here, these new children that are coming out here, these star seeds that were born in the 80s, during that crack era, when we thought we destroyed them, they're too gifted. They can see straight through it. We're putting implants in their bodies. We're still trying to kill them with poison. We're poisoning their food. But some of them are still vibrating too hard. Some of them were too high. Some of them were born vibrating too hard and high for us to penetrate. We've tried to kill them emotionally. But some of them are just too strong and they can still see straight through our bullshit no matter what we do. They're fighting. We try to use energy weapons on some of them, and we try to use their own magic. We even traveled to the motherland to train under some of these people to teach us their spiritual divinations and to teach us their spiritual practices so that we could distort that feminine spiritual energy and use it on them. And now it's starting to backfire. It's still backfiring. We went to their country to get initiated. We went to their homeland to get initiated so that we could wage, how are you going to wage war on people that are from the very place that you're going to get initiated? How are you going to go to the same people you want to destroy to get initiated, to try to get their spiritual power to destroy themselves? How do you think that's going to work? How do you think that's going to work when we got ancestors sitting around out here looking right at you, watching you? They watching you, and they're allowing you to go ahead and take your time and spin that web of deception, spin your little web of spells in the ethers, do your little mirror magic, and you know, do all the things that you're learning how to do spiritually. They're watching you go ahead and carefully spin these big webs of our destruction, your big beautiful plan, and then they're gonna wait for you to finish it, and then they're just gonna come in with their finger and destroy the whole goddamn spider web you created. They're gonna let you finish coming up with your plan and executing it, and then they're just gonna come wipe it out. Like when the ocean comes and wipes down a sandcastle after you put all that work into it. Because they know you stupid. They knew that you were slow back in the day. They knew you were slow back in the day when you raided Egypt and you first got a hold of those golden sepulchres, and you also got a hold of the tools that were being used, because you thought that they were magic, and you were trying to do what the Commission priests were doing, not even having the knowledge and understanding that it is the energy of the yielder that's being put into those objects. That's the level you're still on. That's still how you think, with your caveman brain. You can't use our own magic on us. You can't use it on us. It came from us. You can't destroy us with it. Now, you were able to separate us from our information, you know, with organized religion, you know, with your form of Christianity during colonization, okay, which was masculine dominated as well. You were able to separate us from our truth, but it still kind of came through, didn't it? And even in separating us from our spirituality with the form of Christianity that you had us practicing, when you came back and reintroduced it to a lot of our people, you know, because they were unaware of how to channel that spiritual energy, because we were following the religion in the way that it was taught to us by you to follow. When you came back to a lot of our people to present us with our own information that we were unaware of, when you opened a lot of us back up to it to use as a weapon against our own people, some of us started to realize, I feel like it's some people that realized, hold on, I didn't know I had this type of spiritual power, and I didn't know I wasn't in touch with it, you know, because of these religions that we were indoctrinated with. Now I understand what Holy Ghost power is. You know, you got a lot of narcissistic pastors that are out there that are using and abusing that feminine spiritual power to feed this machine, to feed for the ruling class, even traitors of our own people. That's why these divine feminines are coming through social media, giving guidance. Guidance and wisdom is flowing out of these women's, these ministers' mouths, whether you're working with the tarot cards or whether you're preaching your religion, you know, but with the wisdom and insight people need to open up to their spirituality in the correct way. It's flowing through like the waters of Oshun. That feminine energy pouring out. A lot of these churches were ruled and dominated by a lot of narcissistic masculine men that were abusing the spiritual essence of the woman, because the woman has a lot of spiritual power. and they understand when these women come together. Prayer is nothing but spell work. Hollywood, you have to erase every definition of what witchcraft and what a spell is. Everything has been programmed in your mind by Disney and Hollywood of what things are, what a witch is. You know, so we're afraid and we're thrown off by these words and these names because we have been programmed. That's what it means to indoctrinate someone. You did not come to your religion or your conclusions in life because you went out there in the world and you studied, you know, and you went out there and prayed and meditated. You listened to all different information and then you bounced it against your own intellect and made sense of it until you came to your own truth. No, you didn't do that. You were indoctrinated as a child and taught everything that you were learned about religion. Someone told you that this happened. Someone told you there was a man named Adam and a woman named Eve that bit into a goddamn apple that she tempted him with. Someone told you that. That's not something that you went out there and studied on your own and learned and bounced against your own intellect. You were indoctrinated, and your religion just simply depends on what family you were born into and what part of the world you were born in. You were indoctrinated. We have to unlearn everything that we learned before and go back inside and relearn. Go out there and study something that you were afraid of. A lot of us didn't know that, like I said before, the blood will never lose its power. It reaches to the highest mountain. It flows to the lowest valley. A lot of these songs, like I said, on on a conscious level, our ancestors, when they were singing it in church, they thought they were just speaking about the blood of Jesus. But they were actually on a soul level speaking about that kundalini energy inside of them. They were singing about their melanin inside their body that does flow. It flows from their feet. You have chakras all over your body and energy centers all over your body that are activated. When you in the church calling on Jesus, when you in the church speaking in tongues and calling on Jesus and singing them songs and dancing and catching the Holy Spirit, you raising up kundalini energy. You raising up that kundalini energy and you're directing it. And then when you speak those invocations about what you want, those prayers, those prayers, you can line them up with spells, okay? Stop thinking that the word spell work and the word spell is a negative thing. The word spell, oh, that's a witch. You know, that's having to do. Turn off Disney and turn off goddamn Hollywood. You tell me, what is the difference between a spell and a prayer? What is the difference between a coven and a prayer group, a prayer circle at church? It's a whole bunch of energy coming together. Usually, a lot of times, feminine energy all coming together that all are thinking alike, and everybody is coming together in agreement. If 2 or 3 are gathered in my name, and they're speaking out an invocation of the result they want. We want Sister Blue's ankle to be healed. We want Brother Mark's diabetes to go away. And we're all going to speak out an invocation in agreement together that we bind it and we cast it out. If we all come together in agreement and make that same chant and direct our spiritual energy that we're conjuring up, and then when the words with the energy behind it of these powerful women are all charging up behind the same thought, that is a prayer. That is a spell. Just like return to sender. Return to sender. You were doing this when you were a little girl, when you were a little child. You remember when we was outside and we used to play all them games? You remember the little paper thing we used to fold and be like, are you going to get married? How many kids are you going to have? And then, you know, you go like this with it. Do you remember that little spell you used to say when you were younger? I'm rubber, you're glue. Whatever you say bounces off of me and sticks on you. That was a spell. The Bible is full of spells. I will bless them that bless you, and I will curse them that curse you. That is the most powerful return to sender spell there is out there. I will bless them that bless you, and I will curse them that curse you. That's nothing but a return to sender spell. Y'all have to line these things up. You have to line these things up. All it is everything is energy. Everything is energy. A coven is a group of energies. People which are bodies of energy that decide to come together to direct energy behind an invocation or a result that they want. A prayer. They all is like a loaded gun. It's like they're a coven. What they're doing is they're functioning like a gun. They're getting their energy all together, and they're getting this energy together behind whatever the desired result is that someone or all of them are going to speak out together of the results they want. We want to keep the world asleep. So now we need energy behind this. So they all come together in agreement that they're going to keep everybody asleep. Okay? A coven. Or just energies all coming together in agreement under one thing. And sometimes when they need more energy, what they have to do is they have to get the whole world to add energy to it. That's why sometimes when a very powerful energy passes away or dies, like Michael Jackson, if the energy that they need from everybody on a certain particular day, they need a lot of energy behind something that they're trying to get accomplished, a prayer that they have, they'll do it on a day that someone everyone knows and loves dies. Because collectively, everyone feeling that sad emotion at the same time is producing an energy that these people can manifest off of. And they've been manifesting off of your energy all this time. There's no difference between a prayer and a spell, okay? It means the same thing. There's no difference between a prayer group and a coven. They're doing the exact same thing. The names are just different, okay? And the ruling class has been using this to do magic on you for hundreds of years. For hundreds of years, they've been using your own magic on you, because they kept you in the dark, because they kept you under the fear of going to hell. You know, they kept you trapped in religion in which you were indoctrinated in. Indoctrination happens in families. It happened during slavery. It happened during colonization. Okay? Let's finish this reading. I've ranted long enough. Almost at the 45-minute mark. These people are fighting. Some of them are fighting because they want to stay and try to see if they can continue to deceive. Some are fighting because they're trying to run. They're trying to run away. I thought this reading was going to be about a specific person, but it's not. This is a collective reading about... this is more having to do with these secret societies. These ones that come and pay our children to gain stock and to harass people from behind closed doors. These ones that own properties and houses around your house, and they use directed energy weapons, you know, similar to like a laser that they use during LASIK eye surgery. They have upgraded lasers that they can direct in your house and literally follow you around in your house to wherever you spend the most time, mostly when you're in your bed sleep or wherever you sit the most. and direct it at parts of your brain. They can direct it at parts of your brain to cause you to have amnesia, to have tumors and other things, especially if you're a targeted person. These are these groups of the ruling class that have access to these types of weapons to do these types of things. And they can have people in several properties that they own around you, directing them at you in order to take you out if you are a high vibrational or a targeted individual. But God said, don't fear, because it's over. It's game over. I already told you it's game over. It's game over for all of that. It didn't work. They were not able to take out his chosen ones because his chosen ones are too strong. They're too powerful. Their auric field is too strong. The reason they send people of a low vibration to try to even date some of you high vibrational people out there is, if someone can date you, okay, and attach their energy to yours and get into your auric field to cause rips and tears by playing around with your emotions, then that brings down your defensive system, and that allows for them to be able to attack you psychically and so many other ways, okay? Because they can't attack you when you're at a high vibration and your energy field that's around you, your auric field, is tight and it's locked. They need some tears and holes in that auric field. That's why when you're meditating, you get the gunshots outside your house. Someone's doing fireworks and it's not even a holiday. That's why when you meditate, they come and rev up their cars outside your house to try to throw you off. These things that are being done to you is to cause tears in your auric field to lower your defense, to lower your vibration just long enough for them to be able to penetrate. Because they do have covens around the clock, non-stop throwing spell work to throw you off of your game because they know how powerful you are. But if you still here, you a testimony to how powerful you are. And you wouldn't have to gang up on one person if this person didn't have access to the power to destroy you and to take you out. All right, let's finish this reading again. The Three of Pentacles. Reversed. These covens of a lower vibration are becoming discombobulated, disheveled, that they don't have no more work. They don't have no more work. They don't have no more work for you. If you were in these covens helping these people, if you were a part of these covens working for these people, I am sorry for you if you did it because you were at an economic disadvantage. A lot of our people, and especially my feminines, a lot of our people get into these lifestyles, some out of a low vibration because they have what they need. They have enough of roof over their head and food on their table, but because out of greed and a low vibration, wanting to have more than everyone else, being too materialistic, they found a way to get way more money than what they need to survive because, they want to, big things popping. But you have some of our feminine energies out there that have joined these covens in work against our own people to try to hold down our vibration and help these people out of economic depravity because they didn't have a choice. They needed money. They needed help. They had mouths to feed. They came from a lifestyle where they didn't see any other way out. So they allowed these people to have access to their spiritual energy because they didn't understand it or know about it. Some of them are just learning about themselves right now and how they really work, how their bodies work, spiritually, emotionally, and physically. If you were born into a low vibrational family and a lot of bad things have happened to you and you got caught up in one of these covens at a young age and you were abused sexually and your sexual energy has been being poured out and abused, don't feel like there's no hope. There's no hope for you. Malcolm X is not the only one they refer to as a karmic that turned into a divine masculine. It's not only masculine energy that can be like the lotus flower and grow out the mud, like Tupac said. That is for the feminine energy too. People sometimes think that grace and mercy is only for men, especially when it's coming to dealing with the abuse of sexuality. And they want to damn the feminine energy for what she's been through and what she goes through, and keep her in a certain emotional space and damn her for the rest of her life. My young feminine energies out there that might just be coming into consciousness right now or knowledge, you can still turn it around. With the little bit of knowledge that you have, go out and seek out more knowledge. Start making higher vibrational thoughts and taking higher vibrational actions right now. You don't have to stay in the space that you're in. Even if you don't, no one's life turns over overnight. But from literally one breath to the next, you can make a choice, a conscious choice. Okay, from now on, I'm going to do this one little thing different. And I'm going to think about this one little thing this way, even though everything else I do is low vibrational. And then maybe in a few months, one more thing about you might change. And this is over the next few months and years, even days and minutes, you know, start making that climb and elevation toward a higher vibration. You can do it. You can get there. A lot of us start out in a low vibration. That's why we're born here. A lot of us divine ones started in a low vibration, doing low vibrational shit. Thinking low vibrationally. All through our childhood and teenage years and young adult years. And then we made a transformation. These judgmental people out here that want to act like they've never done anything wrong in their life, that hold their nose up at you, you know, in a lot of religious institutions, those are the ones that are not doing their work. Those are the ones that work real hard at presenting an image. Those are the ones that work really, really hard at presenting an image of perfection for the world. And those are the ones that are going to have to keep coming back again and again and again, because eventually you're going to have to crack that narcissistic image and go inside and do some real work. Nobody comes here already perfect. And if you project it on to other people and looking at, if you sitting up here watching other people spiritually to see if they doing their work, that's your problem right now. You need to go within yourself. You're not here to watch other people's development and judge other people's path and development. You need to turn that in on yourself, on your own development. Because unless you a damn magician and you could snap your fingers and disappear right now, you have not mastered Earth and you are not a master. If you're still on Earth, then you're still developing and evolving, which means you still need work. There's not one single person that is out here. Now, if you're here to assist somebody, that's fine. But you're not here to judge anybody else's path or tell them what they need to be doing unless they ask. Unless they ask you for your help or advice. Wheel of Fortune reversed. It's over. It's game over for these covens. It's game over for this ruling class. It is game over for y'all. Last card I have here is the Queen of Swords. We getting our boundaries up. We're in an age of information. Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. Okay? We're in an Aquarian age. We're in an Aquarian age of information. And now that we have this information, you're not going to be able to manipulate our emotions with information anymore. We have access to too much information. It's already gotten out. We know what you're doing already. You could keep putting out the lies and the bullshit if you want to. But the thing about it is, now that we got that information, we're not going back. We put our boundaries up with you. You can stop that bullshit you talking right now is what the Queen of Swords said. She holding that sword up. She said, I know what I need to know now, and I'm not going backwards, and I'm not going to trust in anything else you say, because you've been lying to me, and you've been lying to my people. You've been giving us information through religion and giving us images through the TV. to keep our people separated in a low vibration with misconceptions of what a standard of beauty is. And before I end this reading, I want to say one more thing that the Spirit kind of was talking to me about the standard of beauty. There is no goddamn standard of beauty. Okay? Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. They were able to control your minds and to create division among people by creating a standard of beauty, right? Okay, by having control over media, by having control over books, having control over education, having control over religion and religious images that you saw. But the thing about the standard of beauty is, if we went back in the day wherein there is no media, there is no pictures, no newspaper, no magazine, you know, everybody is still, you know, living in their own societies. This is before technology. Where did you get a standard of beauty from? Because these men are stupid, you know. It's easy to program their brains most men don't even know what the hell beauty is, because someone told them in childhood, directly or indirectly, through what they were exposed to, what the standard of beauty is. And they've been following that dull-ass program playing in their brain, because the brain can be programmed. Before any technology existed, there was no standard of beauty put out there. So guess what? The standard of beauty that you were programmed with was based on what you saw growing up. And what did you see growing up? You saw your mama. You saw your auntie. You know, you saw your cousins, your sisters, you know, your extended family, all the women in your culture, you know, with their features. With all of their features, with the songs, with the culture, the foods that you cook, you know, the dances that you do, your essence, everything, having everything about you, whatever part of the world you were from, whether you were from East India, Malaysia, Africa, South America. Your standard of beauty was based on the women that you grew up around and that you saw growing up. That's what you found beautiful. And that's how you were programmed. Do you think in a community of little people, and I'm not saying this in a degrading way at all, you know, if they grow up around other people that are like them, their standard of beauty is going to be someone that looks just like them. It's nothing wrong with being attracted to beauty outside of your race or to other people. But for the most part, in nature, the standard of beauty that you're going to vibrate and be attracted to is what you're programmed with and grow up around, the culture that you're born into. So you find your own people beautiful. So there is no standard of beauty. The standard of beauty is the feminine, the feminine that you came from. Because that's what you're born and raised around. The only reason it became distorted was because we got access to media and access to education and access to pictures and access to religion that provided images and pictures of things. And people started being programmed. But prior to that, everybody within their own culture had their own standard of beauty and what that was. So like I said, this is coming to an end. Give me 3 quick advice cards. I'm sorry, this is going way too long. Give me 3 advice cards to end this reading, please. I didn't expect the reading to go this way. Give me 3 advice cards. 1. Okay. 2. Uh-oh. Y'all want that one too? Fine. All right, these final 4 advice cards. I didn't know how this came out. Not walking away. Want the reversed. This did come out down. A lot of y'all, now I'm talking to the ruling class. A lot of y'all still don't want to give up on this. You know, some of y'all are smart and y'all are getting the hell on. Some of y'all are intelligent enough to get the hell on. Y'all know y'all getting up there in age, you know, and you just want to live your last years out in peace, you know, before your cover is completely blown, you know. Because they said at some point, you won't be able to go anywhere in the world and find peace because you're exposed for all that you've been doing. Kind of like in the Hunger Games. In the last episode of the Hunger Games, when they finally were able to throw the Capitol down and they went running up on, you know, them folks, the ruling class. You know, some of y'all are getting the hell on now because you like, I'm too old for this shit. I'm tired. But some of y'all want to keep on. Some of y'all think y'all can go ahead and secure for the next generation of, you know, your class, continuing dominating and ruling the world like you have been. You know, that's why continuing to misuse and abuse this feminine energy right here. That's why we have the Eight of Cups is reversed. Okay, you're not walking away from this. You got the Queen of Wands reversed here. You know, this is the distorted feminine energy. This is the distorted feminine energy right here. And then you got the Magician reverse. You think you're going to still use the distorted feminine energy to go ahead and continue to practice your black magic, you know, to deceive and to manipulate people into staying at a lower vibration by enticing them with low vibrational things. You know, you don't want them to love with their heart. You don't want people to raise their vibration by caring about the real things that are important in life. You want them to continue to lust after material things and fake relationships, you know, and fake connections that are solely based off of shallow things that are of a low vibrational nature, which continue to keep people sick, physically and mentally. It's not going to be wish fulfillment for you. I'm telling you right now. I'm telling you right now, it's not going to be wish fulfillment for you. And the reason it's not going to be wish fulfillment for you is because you can't stop. You were able to get this off before because we were living in a strictly masculine-dominated patriotic society, patriarchal society. Okay, where the masculine energy was dominating over the feminine energy. But it's gotten so bad and imbalanced now. God is stepping in. That God is stepping in. And you know, God, that's the generator, operator, destroyer. That's that higher power, that higher energy in the universe to balance things out. And to balance things out, we got that feminine energy that's coming in like a damn ocean. You know, do you know how powerful the ocean is? Have you ever seen a tsunami? There is a tsunami of feminine energy right now that is flowing across the planet. That's coming out of and oozing out of every direction. You try to suppress the feminine energy and distort it and use it as a weapon against us. But God, which is each one of us, our higher self, is bringing that into balance. And there's nothing you can do to stop it. You don't believe me? Try to stop an ocean. Let me see you stop a tsunami. Your best bet is to stop now. But you can keep on. You're just making it worse for yourself. Your best bet is to get your ass on. But go ahead. Keep on attacking God's chosen ones. Just like Professional High Priestess said. You know, and she's one of the greatest tarot card readers I've ever heard. Just like she said, we are traps. We are traps for you. You've been doing this to our people for so damn long and getting away with it. That's why God sent us here. God sent us here as a trap for you. So that we could suck you in and bait you in. So we can bait all of y'all in like a trap. So he can wipe y'all all out. So she can wipe you out with her sword of justice.